Hey guys, Chris Dubois. I am still at the beach, but anyways, I was thinking as I just dove in these beautiful waves in the ocean, I was reminded of about 2 years ago. I was in an ocean and jumping the waves, and a wave took me and just threw me with just tremendous force into the bottom of the ocean floor. And thank God I turned my neck at the last second. My left shoulder took all the damage, and I got a severe bruise that lasted, I don't know, I was in deep pain for maybe 6 months. I was at a prayer meeting. The Lord healed my shoulder completely, and I never had an issue since, but I had to give up swimming at the gym. I could use pretty much only my right arm. I couldn't sleep on my side forever. It was real painful, horrible stuff, but I just thank the Lord my life was spared. If it would have been my head and my neck would have snapped, and I would have been instantly killed. So all of a sudden I discovered the enormous power of waves. It was stupid of me to be in the ocean that day. There was a hurricane that had happened out in a different place in the US, and the currents were coming our way in New England, and nobody was in the ocean that day. That should have been a sign to me, but I saw huge waves, so I got all excited and I dove in them. And but as I'm diving in the waves today, I recalled all that, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I back in these waves? Well, because I love them, right? And is there a possibility that could happen again? Yeah, if I'm that dumb enough to go into the ocean water after a hurricane. But I'm not going to do that again, right? If I know there was a hurricane and there's crazy waves, I'm not doing that. But just normal waves, you know, even though they're pretty big today, there's a possibility, yes, that could happen. There's a possibility I could be taken out to the depths of the ocean in a riptide and all that. But is it a probability? Absolutely not. You know, fear is often irrational, right? 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You know, I can get afraid, I can get fearful of stuff, but often it's irrational, right? And if we think about possibility versus probability, that'll help us. You know, a lot of people won't swim in the ocean because they're afraid of getting eaten by a shark. Maybe they've seen Jaws too many times, or they've heard horror stories, or whatever. That phobia keeps them from all the joy that an awesome day at the ocean will produce, jumping and diving in waves and all that fun stuff. Now, if you don't like the beach, that's a whole different story. But if you love the beach, you love jumping in the waves, but you don't do it because of a real small possibility of getting eaten by a shark, there you have it. Fear is irrational, and you're not allowing yourself to enjoy something that you should be enjoying, right? Now, if it was a probability that you could be eaten by a shark, then yeah, that would be smart and wise not to go in the ocean, right? So we got to look at possibility versus probability to help us overcome our fears. And I just encourage you guys, don't live out of possibility, right?